If you're joining the ArmorUp Brambleton Sport and Health Challenge, we are so excited, but we want to give you the tools to succeed. You know, one component of armoring up is changing your life through exercise so it can prepare you for battle in case of a life-threatening illness ever comes your way. So today we want to put you through a strength training workout. We hope that you can do it 2 to 3 days a week.
All right, let's start with SMR. This is called self-myofascial release. This is where you grab that foam roller, and the goal here is to release the tension in the muscles before you work them out again. I know you want to get started with your workout, but you got to do the foam roller, roll the larger area out, look for trigger points, and then do the small movements. You will feel it, and it will help you get started on your workout. Next up, AIS, active isolated stretching. This is where you use one muscle to stretch the opposing muscle. It allows you to warm up one muscle and then get a deep stretch into the other, like using the three-leg dog, the bird dog, or this plank. All right, next up, activation. Let's turn on the supporting muscles like the glute and the core to allow for better movement. We're going to start with the clamshells, the banded hip lifts, the glute bridge hip lift, and more planks. So let's show you the clamshells, the banded hip lift, the glute bridge hip lift, and more fun, the planks. Now we move to primary strength. This is where you'll focus on 3 areas: the goblet squat, the TX row, and the couch stretch. The first one is the goblet squat. Remember to keep your heels on the ground. You should be able to lift your toes up, chest up, core tight, and exhale on the way up. Now, the TX row. Keep the glutes and the core tight, keep the body straight, arms tight to the body as you pull back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. You gotta squeeze them back so you're gonna get the most out of that movement. Now the couch stretch. This is where you straighten the body from knee to head, squeeze the glutes tight to bring the hips forward, and squeeze those core muscles. This is an important stretch you gotta get in. Now we will move on to the secondary strength exercises. Before we explain them, here's the list: the banded hip lifts, the push-ups on an incline box, and what's called the palette press. So let's start with the banded hip lifts. The leg should have a 90-degree bend, push through the heels, and keep that core tight. It's all about the core. You hear in so many exercises, keep the core tight. Now for the incline push, keep the glutes and the core tight, the body straight. The thumb should go to the armpit as you drop. Make sure you get 10 reps of this in. Now we move to the palette press. You should have a shoulder width stance, bend your legs, and use a controlled press, and make sure you also get 10 reps of this movement. And finally, the long-awaited sled push, and boy, is this a great way to finish off your workout. This is a tough one. Now get the sled, put the weight that you think is going to really challenge you, and do that controlled march with your knees high. Keep your arms straight, your chest up, strengthen the back leg and push all the way through the big toe. Now focus on this. This is going to go on for 5 minutes nonstop. It is going to get you very much out of breath, but it's a great way to top off your workout. If you want to switch up, you can always move to the arc trainer. We're going to show you the arc trainer. You can do 10 seconds as intense as you can go, and then a 50-second recovery. And you do this back and forth for 5 minutes. 10 seconds on, as hard as you can go, 50-second recovery. 10 seconds on, 50-second recovery for 5 minutes. That's a great way to finish your workout. And then the last thing you do is bring back that foam roller. I know it's easy to just run out the door, but the most important thing you can do to avoid injury is grab that foam roller and roll out the muscles again. Make sure you finish off the workout with more foam rolling. It's a great way to recover, avoid injury for that next workout. And make sure you do this strength workout 3 days a week. It is a great way to armor up. Before you go, here's a quick glance at your ArmorUp workout.